Hello aviators, and welcome back to Global Flight Network. In today's video, we're diving into a serious and intriguing topic, the tragic crash involving a flight departing from Ahmedabad and the investigation findings that followed. From cockpit conversations to black box data, we'll uncover what really went wrong. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss a story from the skies, from aviation history to the latest air safety updates. Let's get started. Air India Flight AI171 crash. Is the problem fuel cutoff? What really went wrong? This is the Air India Crash Investigation Explained, presented by Global Flight Network. On what began as an ordinary flight out of Ahmedabad, India, Air India Flight AI171 ended in disaster. The aircraft, shortly after takeoff, crashed, leaving aviation experts and investigators in shock and search of answers. Now, after weeks of detailed analysis, the investigation teams have begun to piece together what actually happened inside the cockpit of AI171. And the findings are both surprising and deeply concerning. Air India Flight AI171, a scheduled Ahmedabad to London, had just departed from Ahmedabad when, minutes into its climb, the aircraft began to lose altitude rapidly. Despite the crew's attempt to regain control, the aircraft crashed, resulting in the loss of many lives and raising immediate concerns across the aviation industry. As with all major accidents, a full inquiry was launched immediately. Investigators recovered both the flight data recorder and the cockpit voice recorder, which held the key to unlocking the final moments of AI171. When the data was analyzed, investigators found something unexpected and alarming. The fuel cutoff switches had been activated mid-flight. These switches control the flow of fuel to the engines. If turned off, the engines will shut down. The CVR revealed a chilling discovery. The pilots themselves were discussing the sudden engine failure and clearly noticed that the fuel cutoff switches had engaged. However, both pilots confirmed through their last recorded words that they had not manually activated those switches. Was this a system failure, a design flaw, or a rare electrical or software malfunction that sent a false signal? Investigators are now focusing on several possibilities. Uncommanded activation due to electrical fault, software malfunction in engine control systems, human error, although cockpit behavior didn't indicate panic or confusion, a mechanical failure tied to the throttle system or flight deck switches. While the full final report is still pending, initial findings suggest that a mysterious and unintentional cutoff of fuel supply was the most likely cause of engine failure. This scenario left the pilots with no thrust and very limited altitude and time to respond. The crash of AI-171 has now sparked international concern, especially about protection systems around critical flight controls. Experts are calling for tighter safeguards against accidental or unintended fuel shutoff, improved cockpit alerts, and additional redundancy for modern aircraft systems. This video is not just about technical facts. It's a reflection on a tragic event that took lives and left families grieving. We share this story to honor those on board AI-171 and to help ensure that the same errors or failures never happen again. If this story moved you or taught you something new, please subscribe to Global Flight Network for more detailed and respectful coverage of aviation stories. From crashes to innovations, safety to engineering, may those lost in the AI-171 tragedy rest in peace. We remember, we learn, we improve.